Hello, my name is Manjot Ahmed and today I'm going to show you how to create a database table. As you can see in front of you, this is my finished Blythe Valley table. I created this table by clicking on the Create tab, clicking on Table, and as you can see it has come up with a blank and brand new table. However, there are no fields and slots for me to fill in the reservation details of the customer. So to do this, I'd have to click on View and click on Design View, where it will allow me to save this and then add in the fields and the data type and the description of fields. So this field, for example, it would be surname, and the data type for this would be short text. This field would be forename of the customer, and the data type for that will also come up with short text. The field name for this field will be date of birth, so DOB, and that will not be short text, that will be date. I could do email, and that will also be short text. I could do address 1, which will be short text. Address 2, which will also be short text. Address 3, again short text, and postcode, short text. Phone number, that will be in numbers. Mobile number, which will also be number. Reference number, which will be numbers, and that is it. Now I'm going to show you the description, so to help the receptionist out when they're filling the details, it will just give them a better insight. So description of surname: this section is where the customer's surname will be filled, full stop. And the same goes for everything else. I'll finish off all of these. As you can see, I have filled in the description, the data type is done, and the field names are done. Now I'm going to show you the validation rule. If I click on, say for example, email on the data type, as you can see at the bottom it's popped up with something. It's come up with the field size, format, validation rule, and validation text. The validation rule is basically if the receptionist is filling out the customer's details and breaks the rule when filling it in, it will pop up with a message which will be in the validation text. So for email, it would be like use numbers, use the at, use 2 dots or 1 dot, and that's it. But if the person breaks the rule, then the text will come up saying do not use no colons, semicolons, plus signs, minus numbers, etc. As you all know, I've shown you the data type choices that it's given you. This is where the field size is, so this is the maximum length of letters that can be filled in this field. So you can put in the maximum of 255 letters when filling out the email field. The required section is for if the validation is required, and majority of these are required, and if you are a strict hotel then it would all be yes, but there are some areas where it won't be, so like phone number or mobile number, those two are optional. However, surname and forename and date of birth and like the contact details, they are required in this field, and that's why we have the validation rule, so it is required. Now I'm going to show you this table, however in data sheet view. As you can see, it wants me to save this now, so I'm going to click yes, and it's showing the fields across. So now I can fill in the customer's details, so like his surname is John and his forename is Stanley. His date of birth is 16th September 1987. His email is jstan@live.co.uk. He lives on Whitworth Road, so number 25 for example. Whitworth Road in Heldon in London for example. His postcode is in E81ST. We're not going to fill in the phone number, the reference number and the mobile number, and that is it. Now I'm going to add in a couple more names and show you the data entry form. As you can see, this is the new table in datasheet view, and I have finished filling in 5 random customers that I've made and filled in the different sections apart from these 3. Now as you can see, I've finished this one. These are all made up, they're not real, and it shows this is the surnames of all the customers, this is the forename of all the customers, the different date of birth, their email address, the 3 addresses going downwards, and postcode. So Megan Good for example, this is her forename and this is her surname, this is her date of birth, and everything going across is hers, no one else's. Now I can make a data entry form. To do this I'd have to click on my table, click on create, click on form, and he has made a data entry form. As you can see, surname John, forename Stanley, his date of birth and all of his details. The reason why I produced a data entry form is because it looks more professional than seeing it on a data sheet view, for example, because it looks more professional, and if the customer wanted to see it, so if John Stanley wanted to see it, I could print him a copy just to show him that, look, this is your details and this shows everything that's filled out, and if you have any concerns that you want to make about anything that's filled out, you can refill it and we will update it for you. And the layout for this is professional because it goes in a good order. It goes in who they are, the day of birth, and then it goes into how I would contact them if I needed to contact them if something went wrong with their reservation or this room isn't available. And it looks good for a hotel, it looks good for various businesses, and it will be good for anyone to use. And I do believe it looks professional, and it will be professional in hotels and in businesses. Now I can save this by clicking on the save icon and then just clicking OK, and that is it. Thank you.